smokes one. Deep right field, and it is gone. A grand slam for Preston Allen.
Summer baseball in 2025 unofficially begins today as the Yakima Valley Pippins host the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team in a community exhibition game on a Thursday night. Good afternoon, Pippins fans. We're glad to have you tuned in to Pippins Pregame. I'm your 2025 voice of the Pippins, Harmon Johnson, and I am just as excited as you, the fans, and the rest of this roster to get this season started here in 2025. You'll get to know me and the rest of the Pippins as this game goes along, but first, some business to attend to. With the calendar flipping to the summer months, a few things may now look different for your Yakima Valley Pippins. First, the orchard underwent some playing surface renovations as the surface was leveled behind me, and some of the facilities here around the ballpark were improved. Most noticeably, though, a complete overhaul of the coaching staff was completed during the off-season. Following the departure of Kyle Krustingle, Yakima Valley hired Seattle University's Director of Baseball Operations, Garrett DeGallier, to be only the club's third skipper in franchise history. He brings with him assistant coach and hitting guru Eddie Kribbe, as well as former Pips arm Anthony Alvarado to work with the pitching staff. The new coaches spent most of yesterday's practice session getting players accustomed to each other and accustomed to the speed and energy they're going to be expected to play with this summer. With the return to the West Coast League playoffs on the forefront of the minds of this staff, that was evident yesterday that this could be the team to do it. I had a chance to catch up with Coach DeGallier earlier today as he prepares for his first game at the helm of the Pippins. I'm here with Coach DeGallier, and Coach, you had practice yesterday, you had meetings today, the team is here. What's the expectation?
The expectation is that we just play hard, play as one, and, we're vocal and have good energy. We got 2 days to get these guys ready for a WCL gauntlet schedule, and gosh darn it, we're going to play hard. It's all that matters. We're going to compete. We're going to play hard.
Your first game as the head coach here at the Pippins, what's today mean to you?
It means everything. Been doing this for a long time, and can't wait, along with these assistant coaches, Coach Kribbe, Coach Alvarado, and Coach Mark, to just put a stamp on a group of young men and implement our culture, our ways of playing this game. And it means the world to us to be here and a part of this organization.
There's fans in the stands today. What are you looking forward to with that atmosphere?
I hope we're going to have a lot of people out tonight. If we don't, we need more for the next night, open tonight. And I want them loud and I want them rowdy, and that's all I care about.
That's Pippins Pregame. I'm here with Coach DeGallier. We have starting lineups presented by Banner Bank and the first pitch next on Pippins Pregame.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Breezy and blustery today here in Yakima, Washington on this gorgeous Thursday night. It's time to play here in the Pacific Northwest, a non-league matchup between the Yakima Valley Pippins and the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. First pitch is thrown at 5:29 p.m. on a 75-degree day here in Yakima. So glad you're here as we get ready to start the 2025 season. Next offering outside 2-0, and home plate umpire Dylan Self asking for a gate to be closed. While we have the time, it's time for the Banner Bank Pippins lineup. Batting first, Dylan Anderson. Finley Spicer is batting second in left field. Brody Mills will be the third man and DHing. Preston Allen is playing third today. Gage Reeser shortstop. Trenton Rowan is the first baseman. Max Sesenak is the catcher. Jaden St. Cyr is the center fielder. And Kyler Bittner playing second base as this one's ripped out into center field by Casey Newton. Didn't even get a chance to introduce him as Cascade Collegiate League has their first hit of the ball game here on this Thursday afternoon. The man on the mound for the Pips is Michael Getzinger. Getzinger out of Palomar College, pitched in 26 innings for the Comets. As now stepping in for CCL is Garen Guler, the catcher in tonight's contest. First pitch outside for ball one. Guler will be followed by Carson Mann, the shortstop. Oliver Hogan will bat cleanup. Brady Altman, Nick Biaggi, Carter Graham, Colton Schmokel, and Tegan O'Brien round out the Cascade Collegiate League lineup. 1-0 outside. 74-mile-an-hour breaking ball, 2-0. Man at first is Casey Newton, led off the game with a single. Newton out of Yakima Valley College. He's used to this area. This one sent foul into the parking lot. Count moves to 2-1. Guler at the plate from Natchez, Washington. Will be a redshirt sophomore this upcoming season. Two-one offering from Getzinger. Misses. 3-1. Some early struggles here for the Pippins righty. Man at first, nobody out. 3-1 offering. This one's lined up the middle and through for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Cascade Collegiate League team. And they got two on with nobody out and something brewing here in the first. It was a nice, easy liner right back up the middle. But Gage Reeser could not range over to snag. And so now here's the 3-hole. Carson Mann playing shortstop, captaining the infield today. Batting from the right side. First pitch misses at 86 mile an hour. 1-0. Dylan Self, the umpire behind the dish, and Dave Canales is our field umpire tonight. 1-0 downstairs. Well, for Getzinger at Palomar College, it was a pretty good year. 15 walks, 17 strikeouts, 4.85 ERA through 16 games. Did earn a save over the course of his 26 innings pitched. 2-0 finds the zone. 2-1. He won one game. Like I said, earned the save in another. Only allowed 14 earned runs. Some early struggles have put two men on the base paths early. 2-1. Down and away. And now Getzinger in danger of walking the bases full for Oliver Hogan, the third baseman. Carson Mann looking to do some damage. Offering is outside, and the walk is drawn. So single, and a walk. And now there's three men on the base paths with nowhere to put Oliver Hogan. You got to wonder if this is just a little bit of that start of the season jitters for a man who came in just a couple days ago like everybody else on this Pippins roster. First pitch grounded. Out to second. Might be two. There's one. On to first. Double play. Reeser to Bittner to Rowan. A run does come across, but the Pippins will gladly trade 2 for 1 here early in the game. So that's how Hogan is retired. Score at 6-4-3 in your book. Guler does advance to third. But there's two down for the lefty Brady Altman in the box. First pitch away, 1-0. Brady Altman playing left field today for the Cascade Collegiate League. Batted .277 during his time with Chapman this last year. on a team for Chapman that did not have quite the success that it wanted. Only an 11-28 overall record as this one's skied. Shallow center, Jaden St. Cyr coming in, fighting the sunlight, and he makes the grab for out number 3. A run comes across on 2 hits, and one man is left stranded. Now the Pippins get their first chance to bat in 2025. Don't go anywhere. This is Pippins Baseball.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about Westside Pizza?
I love Westside Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
What's your pizza?
Westside Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. Westside Pizza. Saving relationships since 1996.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
First chance for the Pippins Bats here in the 2025 campaign. They will face Austin Murphy for Cascade Collegiate League. 25 innings pitched over his time during the spring season. The 6'1", 195 left-hander from Yakima Valley College. He will face Dylan Anderson to start. As his first offering is a wave and a miss, 71 mile an hour. Fooled Anderson. Dylan Anderson from Chino Hills, California. Next offering finds the zone. It's 0-2. Anderson spent last season at Fullerton College, 2024 at Fullerton College before transferring to Grand Canyon. 0-2, fouled away. Staying alive is Anderson. The Pippins line up pretty favorably against the lefty. Anderson left-handed, then Finley Spicer will be in the right side of the box. Brody Mills the lefty. And then Gage Reeser, a righty. This one's shot foul over towards lefties. Off the screen. Still 0-2. Anderson, a capable bat. Career batting average at Fullerton in 2024 over 314. That's a defensive swing right there. Foul off. In retrospect, Anderson might pull the bat back next time, but certainly when you see one coming up at your eyes, a little bit scary. Still 0-2. The offering. Grounded, foul. We'll do it again at 0-2. So through 6 pitches, it's been 6 strikes for Murphy. Pounding the zone. That one misses down. First ball of the contest comes on the 7th pitch. This one's out towards left. Tracking and just barely foul. The dimensions here at the Orchard, Yakima County Stadium, they're 296 to both foul poles. And then an extreme jut out towards the gaps. It's 365 out by the scoreboard in left center. 406 just to the right of the batter's eye. 375 to right center. And then again, 296 to the pole and right. 1-2, fouled back towards the press box. 1-2 as Anderson continues to stay alive. First at bat for a Pippin has gone 9 pitches. Here is the 10th, the 1-2. Defensive swing, fouls it off, stays alive. So already double-digit pitch count for Austin Murphy, and he hasn't even finished facing one batter. Murphy, who worked in 9 games with Yakima Valley College, just down the street. Another 1-2, fouled away. And now the crowd here in the orchard and the dugout for the Pippins starting to really feel this at-bat. 11 pitches, 10 strikes, 1 ball. Here's the 12th. Just outside. Almost too close of a pitch to take with only 2 strikes, but Anderson gets the benefit of the doubt. 2-2. Downstairs, and now the count has run full. Fourteenth pitch of the at-bat. On the ground, over to second. Reeling it in is Graham, and he throws over to first in time, but what a first at-bat for Dylan Anderson here in this non-league contest. 14 pitches, 3 balls. And however many foul balls adds up to that math. Finley Spicer watches strike 1. Spicer, playing left field today, comes from St. Scholastica. This one's nubbed off the end of the bat, out towards second. Graham chasing it and into shallow right field, makes the catch for out number 2. So after a 14-pitch at-bat, how about a 2-pitch at-bat for Murphy to get back on track? Spicer flies out to second base. And that brings up the hometown kid, Brody Mills. Playing at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Did not play this last spring, rehabbing an injury, but in his batting practice session yesterday, had a couple of balls flirt with leaving the yard. Big, tall left-hander. 6'3", 255. This one's shot up into foul territory on the left side. Chasing it is Hogan, and it falls harmlessly over by the Pippins dugout. 0-2. So despite the long at-bat to start the game for Murphy, he's come back with a 2-pitch fly out and now has Mills on the ropes. The 0-2 offering. That one is in there, called strike number 3, and the side is retired in order. A long pitch count inning for Murphy, but he goes 1-2-3, and we head to the second. CCL up 1-0 on Yakima Valley.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about Westside Pizza?
I love Westside Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
Westside Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. Westside Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Top of the second inning here at the Orchard, Yakima County Stadium. First pitch from Getzinger finds the zone. First time he's been ahead of a batter, 0-1. As he faces Nick Biaggi for the Cascade League Showcase. This one's on the ground, over to third. Diving attempt, no good by Allen. It trickles into left field. Spicer hauls it in and throws it to second. And another single here in this game. That's already the third hit for CCL. Third single. And back-to-back innings with the leadoff runner on to bring up Carter Graham, the second baseman, out of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. First pitch inside, breaking ball, 1-0. So Getzinger back to the stretch already as he faces Graham. Graham, a Yakima native as well. 1-0, swung and a miss, 1-1. At Embry-Riddle, he's working toward his degree in aeronautical science to become an airline pilot. Oh, and also he's playing baseball. 1-1, runner goes, pitches a ball, throw down, trickles into center field. Holding the tag is Reeser. No advance, but a stolen base by Biaggi. So now a man in scoring position, nobody down, 2-1 count. An airline pilot is what Carter Graham would like to be. Two-one from Getzinger. Fouled back, 2-2. Certainly one of the more unique degrees and probably one of the more unique schools you'll see. Embry-Riddle, the Eagles, did not have the best year, 13-35 overall. Graham had decent numbers in limited work as he fouled that off. 16 games, mainly pinch hit appearances, did have 7 starts, but in only 28 at-bats, got 3 hits. So trying to prove something this summer, playing for the Cascade Collegiate League and their showcase team. 2-2. Just inside. Count will run full. The breaking ball has not been able to find the zone so far tonight for Getzinger. Man at second, nobody out. The payoff. Breaking ball fouled off towards the Pips dugout. There is action down in the Pippens bullpen already as we're expecting kind of a platoon game. The man working is Jackson Burtis, throwing off the mound. Another payoff. Swing and a miss. There's the first strikeout by a Pippens pitcher this year. Comes against Carter Graham, and there's one away. That'll bring up Colton Schmokel. Schmokel, 6'2", 210. A lot of right-handed bats here for CCL. Runner goes for third. Nobody was holding him on. The ball is dropped behind the plate by Sesenak. And so Biaggi is stolen second and now stolen third and stands 90 feet away for Schmokel. Infield still plays back. We'll see if there's any small ball at play for CCL early in this game. This one rides behind and actually clips the backside of Schmokel. That back pocket. So now runners at the corners. with only one out. Control's been a little off to start the game for Getzinger. Did get the benefit of that double play in the first inning. Double play would be in order here and would not allow a run to cross. Rowan holds the runner Schmokel on at first. Getzinger gets a swing and a miss from Tegan O'Brien, the 9-hole hitter and the catcher for Cascade Collegiate League. Committed to be one of the catchers at Yakima Valley College next school year. 0-1, breaking ball, finds the zone. So quickly 0-2. O'Brien from Kent, Washington, where at Kentridge Chargers, he and his team went 14-7-1. 0-2 to O'Brien. Way upstairs. 1-2. O'Brien in his senior year batted .367. Had 22 hits, 1 home run, 17 driven in. Runners at the corners. The 1-2 fouled off. Manager for the Cascade Collegiate League, Ben Kruger, will head down and hand that one to the Pippins dugout. One-two on the way. Missed way outside with the breaking ball, slipped out of his hand, and both runners will advance. A second run comes across for CCL, and it's 2-0 here in the second. A very wild pitch by Getzinger. So now 2-0, and a 2-2 count to O'Brien, who has a man waiting for him in scoring position at second base. Burtis continues to warm down in the Pippins bullpen. First pitch fouled off towards the dugout. In this series for the Pippins and the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team, the Pippins do lead 11-0 across all the meetings and non-league contests. But this is one of the first times that the teams have met in the preseason. Most of the other non-league contests have come during the middle of the West Coast League season. 2-2 on the ground foul. Staying alive, O'Brien. Last year, these two teams met 3 times. Of course, vastly different players. The Pippins won 12-0 on June 3rd, 10-6 on July 12th, and 12-2 on July 15th. Another 2-2 on the way. Outside. O'Brien didn't bite, and now the counts run full. Pitch count becoming elevated for Getzinger, only the second inning. 3-2. Downstairs, O'Brien draws a walk. And now, new manager for the Yakima Valley Pippins, Garrett DeGallier, going to have a meeting with the infield. Gives Getzinger a handshake, and looks like he'll have a call to the bullpen. Jackson Burtis is up next to make his Pippins debut, and we'll get all his numbers next. This is Pippins Baseball.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about Westside Pizza?
I love Westside Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
What's your pizza?
Westside Pizza.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. Westside Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
New arm for Yakima Valley as an early pitching change takes place. It's Jackson Burtis from Pierce College. Will be a sophomore next year. Fastball, cutter, curveball, changeup. He inherits 2 runners from Getzinger and has to face the top of the order, Casey Newton, who's 1 for 1 today with a single, to lead off the game. It's already second time through the order in as many innings for CCL. First pitch from Burtis, inside, nearly clips him. 1-0. Newton from Yakima Valley College, native of Everson, Washington, 6'0", 190. Bats from the left side. Second offering, wave and a miss. Fooled him with the 72-mile-an-hour breaking ball. 1-1. Let's see if Burtis can get a couple of quick outs here and get the Pippins bats to work. That one in there, 1-2. Burtis set at the belt. Now he goes. Swing and a miss. The tag applied. There was only 1 out, so no throwdown had to be completed. First strikeout for Burtis, second out in the inning. And that'll bring up Garen Guler. Guler, in his first plate appearance, singled. Made it all the way to third, but was left there. A double play got the first 2 outs, and then a fly out ended the inning, leaving him stranded at third. Guler, another one of the Yakima Valley College products, is the first pitch called a strike. This last spring, batted .316. Did have a home run, 20 RBI. Next offering at the feet of Cessnack. No advance, 1-1. Burtis can leave these two stranded. Getzinger will finish with an inning and a third. 3 hits, but only the 1 run allowed. This one skied out towards shallow right. Coming in, Anderson. He calls everybody off and makes the grab. 2 left on, and only 1 comes across. It's 2-0 CCL over Yakima Valley.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about Westside Pizza?
I love Westside Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
Westside Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. Westside Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, Your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Well, as the Pippins already made a pitching change, so has CCL. New arm for them is Carl Schwarzer, the righty from Millikan College, 5'10", 165. This last season with Millikan, 6-3, 12 games, all of them starts, 5.89 ERA, 71 hits, 44 runs. Had a batting average against him of .289, and he gets the call here for the second inning of work to face 4, 5, and 6 for Yakima Valley. Preston Allen, Gage Reeser, and Trenton Rowan. Lefty, righty, lefty to go against the right-handed throwing Schwarzer. First offering is a strike to Preston Allen. Played with the Pippins last year, was an all-star. Sees that one out of the zone. Batted .274 here in Yakima Valley. 22 RBI and 8 stolen bases. Earned him a spot in Bellingham as he fouls that one off. 1-2, looking to get back there again, as that's where the All-Star game will be hosted. A lot to look forward to in this upcoming WCL season. The 1-2 just outside. Schwarzer wanted it, 2-2. Bellingham, Washington's Joe Martin Field will be the host of the All-Star game this year. That'll take place on July 16th. So a little ways off, but it'll come here quicker than you think. Swing and a miss from Preston Allen. First out of the inning, and the Pippins have still been retired in order. Schwarzer gets his first strikeout, and now we'll face Gage Reeser. Yet another Yakima Valley College product from Lacey, Washington. First offering, misses, 1-0. Reeser batted .381 for Yakima Valley College. This one thrown behind him and off the shoulder blade, so the Pippins have their first base runner of the season. Of course, exhibition non-league game, but it's baseball season, so we're going to count it anyway. And now here's Trenton Rowan, the first baseman. Rowan spent this spring on the bench at Utah Valley rehabbing an injury. Missed high, 1-0. And of course, Utah Valley is in the Eugene Regional that begins tomorrow. They will play Oregon at 6 o'clock. They are the 4 seed. Upstairs, 2-0. Rowan electing to join the Pippins. He's ahead in the count. That one finds the zone from Schwarzer. And Carl Schwarzer, a Little League product. In fact, at the 2018 Little League Classic, he got a chance to talk with Jacob deGrom and talk pitching and hitting for him and Dominic Smith. And then Mets player Dominic Smith actually is quoted saying, "Carl knows everything." So this one's fouled back. 2-2 now to Rowan. It's got to be a really cool experience for Schwarzer as he continues his baseball career at Milliken to have that memory playing for Team Northwest in the 2018 Little League World Series. 2-2, runner goes. Pitch is high and outside. The throw down nowhere near. And Gage Reeser steals second base. And now full count to Rowan. Pippins trying to produce some offense. Wind picks up, blowing from left to right. That pitch called strike 3. Just clipped enough of the zone to punch out Rowan. That's the second time a Pippin has gone down looking. Third strikeout overall for CCL, and there's 2 down now for Max Senesac. Quick meeting at the mound between O'Brien, the catcher, and Schwarzer. Max Senesac spent the spring at Loyola Marymount. Currently looking for a new home. Had a decent season in 2024. Batted just about .230. And last season didn't see as much action. Did Senesac. Got an opportunity to get things started for the Pips as that one misses upstairs 2-0. Schwarzer struggling with the zone a little bit here. For Austin Murphy of CCL, he did go 1 inning, scoreless, got 1 strikeout, no walks. Breaking ball drops below the zone. It's 3-0. You wonder if the early take sign is on here, even with 2 outs. 3-0. Inside. And now the Pippins have 2 on as the go-ahead run strides to the plate. Jaden St. Cyr. St. Cyr, a product of Chaffey College. Played at Citrus College the year prior. But at Chaffey. Hit for the cycle on April 12th. See strike number 1. Probably the more impressive stat for St. Cyr, though, is the gold glove he took home with him from the Inland Empire Conference this last season. An excellent defensive outfielder. High 1-1, typically plays center field, as he is tonight. Wearing number 1. Trying to be a leader on this team from the 8 spot. Has a chance to get them on the board. 1-1 downstairs. Runners break. Ball is bobbled at the plate by O'Brien, and both of them advance. So now there's 2 in scoring position on the double steal. Huge opportunity with 2 outs. St. Cyr waves the bat in front of the plate. Schwarzer peering in for the sign. The offering behind him. Gets back to the backstop. Coming home to score is Gage Reeser, and the Pippins are on the board here in 2025's non-league contest. A little bit wild by Schwarzer. Senesac stands at third now. And a 2-1 count to St. Cyr. Two-1 fouled into the screen. 2-2. Schwarzer a strike away from ending the inning. Pippins have scored a run without getting a hit. Two-two. This one is shot out towards right, but foul. The wind blowing at around 20 miles an hour from left to right field Now, that's typically the prevailing wind here at Yakima County Stadium. Flag out in center field. You see there blowing from left to right. 2-2. High and away. Count runs full. Lefties, if they can get a hold of one, have a chance to send it out over the right field fence, but St. Cyr will take his base. Must have been ball 4. And so runners at the corners. For the bottom of the order, Kyler Bittner. A little bit of a game to knock off all the rust for everybody here. Check back at first, not in time. St. Cyr getting a little dirty. Everybody's kind of been looking forward to this day. Of course, you dread the stress the day puts on you, but then once the game's over, you realize that it's time for the season to begin as the first pitch to Bittner is down low for ball 1. I think everybody in the clubhouse for the Pippins would love it to have Wenatchee be the opponent right now, but they've got this get-right game real quick. It's swing and a miss by Kyler Bittner. They did practice yesterday, and it was about a 2.5-hour practice, trying to get everybody accustomed to everybody, going over signs and strategies and philosophies. A lot of things that are typically preached over the course of a season as Bittner sends this one into shallow center. Wind knocking it down, and it falls. There's the first hit for the Pippins this season. St. Cyr rounds hard at third, but holds up. And we have a tie ball game at 2. Give Kyler Bittner an RBI. And now back to the top of the order for the Pips. The wind certainly played a factor into that one. On a normal day, you probably see the shortstop man make that catch. But some trickery in the blowing crosswind. And now runners still at the corners, except it's a tie ball game. Runner breaks, and a straight steal for Bittner. It's the second stolen base of the afternoon for the Pippins of second. Reeser scored on a wild pitch, and now Sinisak scored on the RBI single as there's a strike to Dylan Anderson, his second time up. Grounded out 4-3 to the second baseman Graham back in the first inning. Both teams' offense firing so far, swing and a miss. 1-2. All of this production for Yakima Valley coming with 2 outs, though, so that's an encouraging sign. The 1-2. This one shot line drive right at Hogan. Didn't even have to move. But Yakima Valley evens it up at 2 apiece as we head to the third inning. This is Pippins baseball.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about Westside Pizza?
I love Westside Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
Westside Pizza.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. Westside Pizza. Saving relationships since 1996.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Third inning here at Yakima County Stadium between the Pippens and the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. First pitch from Jackson Burtis misses for ball one. And I've said CCL and Cascade Collegiate League, but some of you may be wondering what that is. 1-0 ripped out into left center. Spicer dives, is able to get a glove on it. Making the turn is the batter, Mann. The throw down to second, out at second base. It was a hesitation by Mann around first. He didn't know if the ball had been caught or not. And so call it a single, but then Mann gets himself out. Great play by Finley Spicer out there in left field. As this one's on the ground. Over to second, Bittner picks it up, throws to first. And on a couple pitches, there's 2 outs here in the third. Burtis working very efficiently. He's not even giving me a chance to let you know what CCL is. That'll bring up Brady Altman, who flew out to end the first inning. Couple of pitches is all it has for Burtis so far, as that one's downstairs. Okay, so the Cascade Collegiate League is a 4-team summer league that primarily features players from the Northwestern Athletic Conference here in the Pacific Northwest. And every year the teams pool their best players together for a showcase team. 0-1, cut and a miss, 0-2, and that team then tours some teams in the West Coast League and some surrounding leagues to play exhibition games, get their players out and about. This one routine over to second for Bittner. A very quick inning for Jackson Burtis and sets CCL down in order. 2-2 is the score. We head to the bottom of the third.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side
I
Pizza.
love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
West Side Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza. Saving relationships since 1996.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Another new arm on the mound for CCL. It's Jacob Canley, and as his catcher O'Brien was sending the throw down to second, he drilled him in the back. The numbers for Canley, 6'3", 195, the only other lefty on the pitching staff for CCL today, which typically carries around 10 to 15 pitchers. They have 15 on the roster today, and I expect we'll see a pretty good chunk of them. Looks like the early signs say they're going to have a new arm every inning. 3-0 record, 4 games for Canley, 4.74 ERA over 24 2/3 innings pitched. Only gave up 13 runs total. Struck out 30 as Finley Spicer cuts and misses, 0-1. 30 strikeouts to only 9 walks. That's good for a 1095 K per 9 last season with Big Bend Community College. That one just downstairs, 81 mile an hour. Evens the count at 1. Spicer cutting a miss. 1-2. Finley in his first at-bat flew out to the second baseman. He was part of that 1-2-3 inning there in the first. This pitch inside, 2-2. Canley trying to get the first man he faces, 2-2. Inside, across the chute tops, all the way back to the backstop, and the count has run full. If you can get on for Spicer, you have a man aboard for Brody Mills. Payoff pitch. Soft liner out towards center. Now coming in is Guler. Paused for a moment. Didn't know where it was quite going to go with the wind, but reels it in for out number 1. So nobody aboard for Brody Mills, who struck out looking to end the first inning on a good pitch from Austin Murphy. Murphy went 1, then Schwarzer went 1. Schwarzer only gave up the 1 hit, but allowed both runs. Walked 2 and struck out 2. One-0 offering. That one's in there for a strike. Brody Mills trying to do some damage here in his hometown. Started his collegiate baseball career at Washington. Played in 12 games, had an .038 batting average. See his ball number 2. 9 strikeouts on that year in 2024. Was primarily a DH with spot starts. Of the 12 games he played, 7 of them starts. 2-1, catches the black, 2-2. And with the Islanders of Texas A&M Corpus Christi, he did not play, rehabbing an injury, but he's ready to go now. 2-2 offering. Sent back. We'll do it again. Mills is not a rookie to the West Coast League. Last summer, playing some time for the Ridgefield Raptors. Appeared in 17 games, had 9 hits and 2 home runs. Another foul ball. And another 2-2 count upcoming from Canley. Two and 2. Downstairs, 3-2. Mills trying to avenge for that first inning strikeout and draw a walk. Canley's looked sharp in the first couple of pitches of every at-bat, but this last one, not quite as sharp. 3-2. Pounded on the ground, and a nice diving stop by Graham. Throws past Schmokel at first. And so Mills will reach. It was a great effort to keep that ball on the infield. We'll see how it's scored. Certainly think that if Graham makes an accurate throw, they retire Mills. So there's a man aboard for Preston Allen, third baseman in today's contest. And they do scored an error on the second baseman, Graham. That's a tough error because He's diving towards first base to keep that ball on the infield, and he does. Just unable to make the throw. 1-0 downstairs, 2-0. Mills getting a decent lead out there at first base. Lefty winds and fires. This one misses outside. 2-1. This is the first game for the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team of the season. 3-0 called a strike. On June 3rd to June 6th, they will travel to play the Medford Rogues. And they just added 5 games from June 23rd to June 27th against the Sawtooth Sockeyes, a couple of teams out here in this area. That pitch catches the black. Allen thought he had the walk. Instead, it's a full count. They'll play the Rogues again right before the 4th of July before playing 2 games against the Springfield Drifters on July 15th and July 17th. Payoff pitch is sent out to left and knocked down by the wind and kept on the infield. Hogan retires it for the second out. So it'll be 2 down, a man on for Gage Reeser. Yakima Valley trying to take the lead. It's knotted at 2. CCL scored in the first 2 innings, 1 run apiece, as this one's scorched foul down the right field line. Yakima Valley responded with 2 runs in the bottom of the second. A 1 pitch upstairs. 1-1. Next one downstairs. 2-1. Well, it's a big situation here for the Pippins early in this game. Trying to take their first lead of the 2025 summer. Downstairs, 3-1. Good stop by O'Brien. Of course, the games that truly do count begin tomorrow afternoon, as we will travel up to Wenatchee to play an interdivision series with the Apple Sox. 3-1, fouled back, count runs full. Opening day, first pitch is set for 6:35. Up in Wenatchee. Should be a fun series. The teams historically pretty evenly matched. Payoff pitch with 2 outs. Runner takes off. There's ball 4. So Brody Mills will be at second and Gage Reeser at first. And Trenton Rowan, who has more than enough pop in his bat with the wind blowing today, a chance to take a lead here in the third. Rowan wearing 14 on these beautiful Pippins white home uniforms. Breaker finds the zone 68 miles an hour from the southpaw. Time is called, and looks like third base coach Eddie Kribbe going to have a little discussion with Trenton Rowan, talking some strategy. Kribbe down at third coaching, and it looks like head coach DeGallier is the man over at first, instructing the runners. 0-1. This one is lined into center field, and it will get down. Rounding third and heading home is Brody Mills. Trying to take second is Trenton Rowan, and he is a dead duck at second base. But the Pippins take a lead on the RBI single by Trenton Rowan. It's 3-2 after 3. This is Pippins baseball. We're in the middle innings now as the Pippins lead 3-2. Glad you're with us. I'm Harmon Johnson here on the Pippins video stream. So excited to be your 2025 voice of the Yakima Valley Pippins. First pitch strike from Burtis into Nick Biaggi, the man who had a single and scored in the second. That one in there as well. 0-2. Burtis worked a very quick third inning after coming in relief in the second. Recorded the final 2 outs there and has faced another 3 in order. Pitch misses high. I promised you in the pregame you'd get to know a little bit about me and some of the players. And I'm originally from Sutherland, Nebraska. Pitch fouled away. Town in the western part of the state of Nebraska, about an 18-ish hour drive from here. I go to school at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. 1-2. On the ground, over to second. Bittner up with it. Fires to first in time. And Burtis has retired 6 straight. Among those 6 straight, the last 3 have been to Bittner at second. So Kyler's been getting his work in over on the right side of the infield. First pitch just misses. At UNL, I am a member of our Big Ten Plus staff calling some Husker baseball and softball. This one's lined right back up the middle. Might have gone off the glove of Burtis. And there's the first hit against him on the game. It's a harmless single by Carter Graham. It's already the 4th hit for CCL. They have not been shy about swinging the bat against these Pippins arms. Check swing, holding up. Colton Schmokel, for his second plate appearance, was hit by a pitch by Michael Getzinger in the second. There's a strike. 1-1. From Burtis. In the dirt, good block back there by Max Senesac, excuse me. It is 2-1. Senesac, one of the 2 catchers on the roster that are here right now. The other one is utility player Ethan Buckley. That one's way outside. 3-1. Buckley Played at Gonzaga last year, but a native of Cape Town, South Africa. So we might see him later this evening. Just over an hour into this game, and there is a called strike number 2 to move the count full. On pace for around a 3-hour game. We're through the first 3. Runner goes, pitches inside ball 4. Senesac doesn't even bother with the throwdown. And there's 2 on with 1 out. A quick mound visit on the way from Anthony Alvarado, the pitching coach here for the Pippins. And Alvarado, no stranger to the Orchard, Yakima County Stadium. He was a pitcher here in 2017 for the Pippins. Played in 14 games, made 2 starts, including a shutout. 2-1 record with a 5.34 ERA, had 15 strikeouts. So a familiar face for the Pips. Now back coaching their arms. Now the 9-hole batter, Tegan O'Brien, digs in for CCL. CCL trailing 3-2. Pitch way outside. Snap throw down to first. Not in time. The ball is dropped by Rowan. It's a good, strong throw by Senesac. Just unable to be handled. Rowan didn't quite get in front of the bag. One 1-0. This one's swung on and driven out towards center. St. Cyr ranges over. There will be no tag. And there's 2 down. It's a big second out with a tying run standing in scoring position. But now Burtis will have to face the top of the order again. Casey Newton, who he struck out as the first man he saw tonight. Newton from Everson, Washington. Pitch misses inside from Burtis. Going to be a sophomore just down the road here at Yakima Valley College. Swing and a miss. Big swing by Newton. He was trying to punish that baseball. A beautiful campus is Yakima Valley College. That pitch just down. 2-1. If you drive west on Nob Hill Boulevard here in Yakima, you'll pass right through it. There's a pedestrian overpass to get to both sides of the campus, as this one is fouled. Over down by Ben Kruger, the manager for CCL. Deuces wild on the scoreboard, 2-2 with 2 outs. Burtis trying to end the inning. Swing and a miss. Burtis spins around, excited. And he has had a stellar outing so far for the Pippins. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 3-2. This is Pippins baseball. Fourth inning, and that means fourth new arm for CCL. The new hurler is the right-handed Oliver Walde, another Yakima Valley College product. 6'1", 190. Went 2-0 this last spring through 10 games, 3.93 ERA, 18 and a third innings pitched, so a little bit of length for Walde as he is set to face 7, 8, and 9 for the Pippins, who are up 3-2 in the fourth inning. First one to face the new arm will be Max Sinisak. First at bat, drew a walk, stole a base, and came around to score. That one downstairs, 1-0. Here on this beautiful renovated playing surface at the Orchard, Yakima County Stadium. This one sent foul over towards the press box, but just over top. It'll make its way towards the concourse. 1-1. $525,000 were received in grant money to renovate facilities here at the Orchard. Foul ball, 1-2. All four of the public restrooms were completely gutted and redone in the off-season to bring up comfort and to meet codes. There were also nearly 1,500 new chairback seats put in this place here at Yakima County Stadium. And maybe the biggest one for the players' sake, as that pitch misses downstairs 2-2, was the re-leveling and resurfacing of the playing field. Portions of the infield re-leveled to make everything safer for the players out there. As Sinisak puts a bat on this one, and it will drop past a diving Altman. Sinisak holds up at first, and there's a leadoff single here in the fourth. Sinisak 1 for 1 on the day. He's been on both times. That'll bring up Jaden St. Cyr, who also walked in his first plate appearance. Some brickwork was redone here at the stadium as well. And some extra protective netting was added. A little bit taller and a little bit sturdier to protect all the fans. St. Cyr ropes one into center field. That will get down for a base hit. Back-to-back singles to lead off the fourth here for the Pippins. And they've got something brewing here in the middle innings. Sinisak with a single, and now St. Cyr with a single. Prompts a quick visit to the mound by O'Brien before Kyler Bittner makes his approach. He drove in the second run of the second inning with an RBI single by out into center field. Shallow center field. The shortstop man was ranging over, but couldn't play it. Bittner swings and misses. 0-1 to the 9-hole. The next inning in the third, it was Trenton Rowan who got an RBI single to give the Pippins their first lead of the game. And stepping off is Walde. Canley, who was the previous pitcher for CCL, went that one inning, gave up the single, the run. So that pitch is sent foul. He did walk a batter, did not get a strikeout. Pippins now up to 4 hits. They had more runs than hits entering this inning. A pair of singles have changed that narrative as another pitch fouled off by Bittner. That's an encouraging sign here at the start of the season for these Pippins bats. Couple of deep counts, a lot of really deep counts. And quite a few foul balls. You'd love to see guys fight at the plate, just like that. Another one fouled by Bittner. Some sun peeking through as it continues to set between the banners and the grandstands. You can see the dual shadow creeping across the infield. Pitcher's mound currently in darkness. Batter's box starting to lighten up again. This one's lined right at second. The throw over to second base will not be in time as Mann was unable to get back. There's the first out here in the fourth. And Pippins lucky that no one was doubled off. As now a slow walk out to the mound by Ben Kruger to have a chat with his pitcher Wilde. Don't know exactly what the discussion is about. Probably just some strategy. There is an arm warming. And it will be Wilde staying in this game. O'Brien with a few parting words as now the top of the order is back up. Dylan Anderson for the third time, and it's only the fourth inning. Runners will have to make their way back to the bases. Talking strategy with assistant coach Eddie Kribbe. Dylan Anderson 0 for 2 today. This one's fouled back into the screen. 0-1. Anderson, if you remember, had that 14-pitch at-bat to open this game. Behind in the count 0-1. That one in the dirt, 1-1. We're back to the alternating left and rights for the Pippins bats. Anderson the lefty and then Spicer the righty. To be followed by Mills the lefty. This one is shot foul. Third base side, 1-2. Pretty difficult time of day to be a hitter right now, especially one in the left-handed batter's box. You can see the shadow that has just left the batter's box, and now you're kind of staring straight into the sun if you're not careful. 1-2, breaking ball misses. Definitely a little bit of an advantage to the pitcher for another couple minutes or so. The entire infield is in sunlight, as is the entire outfield right now. Foul ball, 2-2 again. So the trend of long at-bats for Dylan Anderson continues, as he's got a longer at-bat going here in the fourth. Digging back in now. There is action down in the Pippins bullpen. Burtis has been stellar through 2 2/3 as that one misses high and away to even the count, to run the count full. Down in the Pips bullpen, it's Jabari Simon warming up, the lefty. We'll see if he's called on in the fifth inning. Payoff pitch. Down and in, and the bags are juiced with only one out here in the fourth. So Senesac is at third, St. Cyr is at second. Bittner lined out, and now Dylan Anderson draws a walk to load the bases for Finley Spicer, who, although is 0 for 2 today, does have some pop in the bat. First pitch, high chop. Jumping is the third baseman Hogan, on to second for one, on to first. Got him, double play. What an athletic turn at third by Hogan to get that thing started. 5-4-3, and the Pippins don't get anything. 3-2, we head to the fifth. This is Pippins baseball. New arm on the mound here in the fifth inning for the Pippins. As suspected, it's Jabari Simon, the left-handed throwing 6'1" pitcher out there on the mound from Kennewick, Washington. Attended Everett Community College this last spring, where at Everett with the Trojans appeared in 7 games, had a little bit of an elevated ERA, 13.50. But you look at the innings pitched, only 6. Gave up 9 runs over that course, struck out 7. So has strikeout stuff, but didn't quite get as many innings to even out that ERA. First pitch he throws is fouled off by Garen Guler. Batting for the 3rd time here in the 5th inning, as CCL trails Yakima Valley by 1, 3-2. This one on the ground over to short. Reeser has it eat him up. And so Guler will be on for the 2nd time today. Tough break is an error going to be charged to Reeser. That is the first error by the Pippins. So Guler, the center fielder, stands at first, and Simon back to work now. First pitch misses to Carson Mann. Didn't get away far enough for Guler to advance. As the lights have begun to power up here at Yakima County Stadium. Foul tip into the mitt. Count evens at 1 apiece. I don't think we'll get quite to full darkness at this 5:35 start. It is currently almost 7 o'clock. We shall see. That one misses, 2-1. Tomorrow night for sure we'll be under the lights up in Wenatchee at 6:35 as we begin that 3-game series. And then right back home, starting on Tuesday, June 3rd. Runner bluffs, pitch called a strike, it's 2-2. June 3rd through the 5th begins the first of 3 Battle of the Basin series. The first 2 being held here at Yakima County Stadium. June 3rd is also promotional night, opening night, and postgame fireworks. Should be a really good night to come out and watch a ball game. 7:05 first pitch on that Tuesday night. 2-2 wave and a miss. Expanding the strike zone. And that one is the first out. Carson Mann goes down. Now Oliver Hogan to the plate for the 3rd time. Grounded out into a double play in the first inning and then grounded out to second in the third. Pitch fouled off into the stands. 0-1. That series with Walla Walla will be the 3rd through the 5th of June, and then the Cowlitz Black Bears are in town for the weekend. Every game 6:35 except for Tuesday, which is 7 o'clock, and the Sunday game is at 5 o'clock. This pitch all the way to the backstop. Unable to haul it in is Sinisak, and down to second goes Guler. Simon just a little bit wild there. One and one. This pitch fouled over my head. It's 1-2 with only one out. Man at second. Come on out to the ballpark next week after the Pippins go on the road for the first 3. For the first time, parking will be free. Pitch just misses, 2-2. That first week, though, should be a pretty good set of games to come watch. 6 of them in a row, starting on Tuesday through Sunday, June 3rd through the 8th. There's a couple of promotions in there, too, including Surprise Saturday, as this one is lined over the head of Reeser out at short. Guler had to hold up, make sure Reeser didn't catch it, and they'll be on the corners with one out. Tough break there by Simon, just unable to get something on the ground as more action continues out in the Pippins bullpen. It is number 13, Branson Rozier, down there warming up. First pitch, wave and a miss. Simon pumps it in there. A nice casual 69 miles an hour. That one down and away, 1-1. Fooled him a little bit. This one shot down the line. Will it stay fair? No. Drops foul. So I've just had my cheeseburger delivered to me. That'll be a task for during the break. 1-2 count first from Simon to Altman. Pitch down and away. 2-2. Certainly think the Pips would love to have Simon get through this inning. But that one's down in the dirt. The count has run full to Altman. Some other things to look forward to. Pippins fans will have another fireworks night on June 20th for Celebrate Summer Night. That will also be a 7 o'clock first pitch. That pitch just misses in there towards Altman. And so he draws a walk to load the bases with only one out. Sinisak held it there for quite a while. Thought he could maybe steal a strike. But instead, Nick Biaggi, the right fielder, will step up to the plate, singled and grounded out. It's 1 for 2. First pitch called a strike. Of course, that second fireworks night on Celebrate Summer Night also coincides with Battle of the Basin. That is the second series that the Pippins will host against the Sweets. The teams will play one more time, starting on the 4th of July and ending on the 6th in Walla Walla. On July 3rd, it'll be Celebrate America Night, the day before the 4th of July. Come out and watch some fireworks as well. Pitch downstairs, 2-1. And then the final fireworks night of the season will be on August 6th which is Fan Appreciation Night. It's also the final regular season game before the Pippins hope to play in the playoffs. That is the goal for this team. They want to win. 2-1, big cut. Simon a pitch away from picking up his second out. Of course, the West Coast League All-Star game returns to Bellingham on July 16th. Wave and a miss. Jabari Simon fools the batter, Nick Biaggi. There's 2 down. Made him pull a string there. So now Carter Graham will be the final hope for CCL here in the 5th with the bases full. First offering, wave and a miss. Biaggi swinging a light blue piece of lumber up there at the plate to pair with some blue batting gloves. This one in foul territory, but it will become a souvenir for someone down by the grill. Thought it might remain in the general admission seating, but it hops over the wall. It's 0-2, and Simon with a really big pitch upcoming here. 0-2 is the count. There's 2 outs, and the bases are full for Cascade Collegiate League. What does Simon cook up here? The 0-2. This one fouled back. Yakima Valley leading by the narrowest of margins, 3-2. It's been that way since the 3rd inning, thanks to a Trenton Rowan single that scored the 3rd run. Another 0-2. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Jabari Simon punches him out and leaves the bases full. We are halfway home here in Yakima. The Pippins leading 3-2. This is Pippins baseball. Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning, a couple of substitutions made by CCL. The new first baseman is Ryan Deno. And on the mound, the 5th pitcher out of the pen for CCL will be number 28, Colby Crowther. 6'2", 180 from Kennewick, Washington. Went to Blue Mountain Community College this last spring. 2-1 record, 9 games. He started 2 of them, 3.92 ERA. First pitch called a strike to the pinch hitter for the Pippins, Brett Haggerty, in the DH spot. That one misses. 1-1. Haggerty played at Yakima Valley College 2 seasons ago and redshirted this last season as he is now transferring to Coppin State out on the East Coast. So Brody Mills' day is done after going 0 for 2 with a strikeout and reaching on an error. Haggerty gets a hold of one, sends the left fielder Altman back, but it hangs up for out number 1. So Brody Mills' day is done. Haggerty retired. Now we'll have a second pinch hitter here, Jacob Brooks. So the Pippins getting some guys off the bench. First Haggerty and now Brooks. Brooks bats in the spot of Preston Allen, the third baseman. That pitch bounces outside. Allen also 0 for 2 today. Popped out and struck out. Brooks from Niagara. A native of the state of Mississippi. Certainly been all over the place. Now he's here in Washington. Sends this one on the air into foul territory. The new first baseman, Dino, gives way for the second baseman, Graham, as he crashes into the fence. And the ball drops. So after all that, just a foul ball. It's 0-2. Graham definitely went crashing over there into the fence area near the bullpen. You got to be careful with these bullpens on the field that a fielder doesn't run over the hump and twist a leg. He's certainly feeling it, and home plate umpire Dylan Self will brush off the plate. Give him a chance to catch his breath. Back to work is Crowther. Brooks sends one. Shallow center. Coming in is Guler, and he makes the catch for the out. A fly out to left started the inning, and now a fly out to center by Brooks. And Gage Reeser will hit in his scheduled spot in the 5-hole with 2 down. Only 3 men left on the bench for the Pippins. A trio of right-handed batters, Ty Quiggle, Evan Buckley, and James Lawrence. Gage Reeser ahead in the count, 2-0. That one downstairs, so 3-0. Reeser's been on twice. He's been hit by a pitch, stole 2 bags, and reached and scored the first run on a wild pitch. He also walked. He'll walk again. So Reeser's been on all 3 times, although he does not have an official at-bat. And he represents some insurance for Yakima Valley. So now Trenton Rowan will step back up. Picked up that RBI single in the 3rd, but was thrown out trying to get to second base. The lefty with a chance to bring home some insurance. Reeser goes. Pitch called a ball. The ball throw down goes into center field, but backed up by Graham. And so the 3rd stolen bag by Reeser tonight puts him into scoring position with 2 outs. Now all it'll take is a soft base hit. Pitch was called a ball. Next offering fouled away. 1-1. The sun providing a beautiful backdrop for us here at Yakima County Stadium with the mountains in the distance. The 1-1. A little bit late. The count moves to 1-2. I'd never seen mountains up close until I made the trip out here, and what a gorgeous backdrop we have here at the Orchard. Of course, the sun's going to illuminate those mountains a lot longer than it will the ballpark. Runner breaks, pitch is fouled back, and Reeser will have to return to second base. CCL a strike away from stranding a runner. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for CCL. Pippins 3 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. The 1-2. Another foul ball, and I touched on it back in the 3rd inning. Some encouraging signs with the foul balls and long at-bats here for Yakima Valley. That is certainly, you will take that every day of the week. Working guys' pitch counts up, knocking guys out of the game earlier than expected. Reeser dances at second, breaking ball, hot shot over towards lefties. Hope everybody's okay down there. The netting extends as far as the gate at the last speaker. But depending on the angle, some foul balls can find their way over in that area. 1-2 downstairs, 2-2. Crowther thought he had the call. Two and two now. Swing and a miss. Hauling it in is O'Brien, and Rowan strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. 1 runner is stranded, but the Pippins still lead as we head to the 6th, 3-2. This is Pippins baseball. Sixth inning here in Yakima County Stadium, as you see Scott T. Pippen posing with some fans, hanging out here at the ballpark on a gorgeous Thursday night. The wind has finally settled down, and now another new arm enters for Yakima Valley. It's Branson Rozier, the Yakima native, pitched at Columbia Basin College this last season. And Rozier, one of the first guys I got to talk to when I arrived up here, 5'11", 185. Fastball, cutter, slider, changeup is the mix. So he gets set to face 8-9-1 for CCL. Swing and a miss. For Dino, who came in for Schmokel. There's another strike, 0-2. We appear to have lost our center field camera, so bear with us. The wind is still blowing, which can sometimes affect the connection. 0-2, this one shot out towards left. Spicer ranges over and makes the grab for out number 1. Well, for Jabari Simon, who worked the inning prior to Rozier, left 3 men on base and actually struck out the side. Got Carson Mann as the second batter he faced, and then punched out Biagi and Graham to end the inning with the bags full. Center field camera is back. Connectivity has been restored. The wind being nice to us now. Rozier missed with the 1-0. As now Tegan O'Brien steps in for his third plate appearance. Flew out in the fourth and walked in the second. He was the last man that Michael Getzinger faced before his exit. Wave and a miss. O'Brien way out in front of that one. Rozier at CBC had a decent year. 20 games, 2.58 ERA, 3-1 record. Did record 4 saves. 1-2 on the ground over to short. Reeser plays the hop, throws over the dig by Rowan, unable to be picked out of the dirt. So it'll be an infield single for O'Brien to flip the lineup card over to the top. Back to Rozier. Over the 52 and a third innings pitched, only gave up 16 runs, 15 of them earned, struck out 48 batters. Had a .201 batting average against him and was named to the second team for the relief pitchers in the NWAC East. Certainly coming off of a good year. First pitch strike to Casey Newton, who struck out twice to go along with a single. Rozier called it a dream opportunity to be playing here for the Pippins. Of course, the hometown team. Went to school at Eisenhower, where he was a 2024 Columbia Basin Series All-Star. 1-1, finds the zone. Casey Newton disagrees. It's 1-2. Newton, the designated hitter. Faces a 1-2 count, but first, Rozier will step off. O'Brien is dancing over at first. Not a huge lead, but certainly enough to get a quick jump. This one high. O'Brien thought about taking off, but holds off. 2-2. Quite a few players who are natives of Yakima or go to school at Yakima Valley College playing in this game. That's a called strike 3. And Rozier punches out Casey Newton. He has the hat trick. 3 strikeouts today. Certainly not what you want from your leadoff man. But Rozier showing off the stuff, saying why he earned that second team bid from the NWAC East. So now Garen Guler, who's been roaming center field all game, he is 1 for 3. So that pitch fouled back to the screen. Singled in the first, flew out in the second, reached on an error and made his way all the way to third in the 5th inning, but was stranded there as Jabari Simon struck out the side. Oh, 1 downstairs, 1-1. Pretty good crowd here on a Thursday evening. It was expected around 500 would be in attendance for this CCL exhibition game. That pitch catches the black. Let's see Scott T hanging out with some more fans down along the third base line. I'd say we filled out pretty good for the first night of the season. Of course, the home opener, come on out to that one. Should be a fun one with postgame fireworks. 1-2, rides inside and nicks Garen Guler. So now there's 2 on with 2 out. Fly out, single, strikeout, hit by pitch. If you're playing bingo, this would be the inning to do it. So there's 2 on for Carson Mann, who's 1 for 2 today. Now a quick meeting between Senesac and Rozier. Home plate umpire Dylan Self heads out to break up the meeting, and we're ready to play again. The shadows starting to come into play. Half of the batter's box is in darkness, while the other half is in bright sunshine. The pitcher's mound still fully in the sun. First pitch strike. The entire infield still in sunlight except for Trenton Rowan over there at first base, kind of playing with that upper banner shadow. Way outside, 1-1. The 16-foot high fence out there in left field is starting to creep in on Finley Spicer. But other than that, we're still under some pretty good amount of sunlight. 1-1 framed in there, 1-2. Rozier's been pounding the strike zone. Let's see if he can follow suit of Jabari Simon and get a strikeout to end the inning. Sets at the belt. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch. Down and away. 2-2. Lead runner out at second. Tegan O'Brien, the catcher. Following behind him is Garen Guler. Pippins still up by the slimmest of margins. This one sent out towards right, trailing foul, and will bounce off the light pole and back into play. Would have been an out and banana ball as Trenton Rowan hauls it in. Unfortunately, that one doesn't count. It's still 2-2 as everybody gets set. Carson Mann from Utah Valley. Same place where Trenton Rowan will be playing in the spring. 2-2. This one a little bit softer, and Rowan able to grab it. From Wildcat, Wolverine to Wolverine, that retires this side. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Pippins up 3-2 on the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. This is Pippins Baseball. Scott T. Pippin still finding some new friends here at the Orchard as we're into the bottom of the 6th inning now. And with the inning change comes another new pitcher for CCL. It is number 30, Benjamin Nielsen from Bellevue, Washington. Goes to school at Whitman. Played in 8 games with an 11 ERA. 9 innings pitched, gave up 13 runs, 11 of them earned. As we'll have a pinch hitter here for Max Senesac. It will be number 15, Ethan Buckley. And as I alluded to, Buckley from Gonzaga, but calls home Cape Town, South Africa. He's been in the States for 3 years playing baseball. Played at Lynn Benton Community College. It's a quick visit here at the mound between O'Brien and his new pitcher Nielsen. Talking some strategy before the pinch hitter comes to the plate. Buckley, in his time with Gonzaga, played in 5 games, only had 3 at-bats. But with Lynn Benton Community College 2 years ago, this first pitch he sees is fouled towards the press box and rattles around into the GA seating. Batted .311, had a home run, 6 RBI in 19 games, and then last year batted .250. Saw a little bit more playing time, 22 games. Batting average a little bit lower. That pitch inside, 1-0, or 1-1 rather. But in the few conversations I've had with Ethan Buckley, he is one of the nicest guys you're going to meet. Just a guy you want on your team. Always positive, always picking somebody up. Can play just about anywhere, catches and plays the infield. And everybody's kind of mentioned to me already that Ethan's just kind of that guy that you want to be around. He's ahead in the count, 3-1. As Nielsen on the ropes of walking the first man he sees, he does. Buckley will take the gear off and head down to first with a leadoff walk. And the Pippins have yet another base runner. That is the 3rd time tonight they've had a leadoff man on. As that'll bring up St. Cyr. Walked and singled. He's been on both times. Buckley leaning over at first. The bunt shown. Bunt is down. St. Cyr with some wheels. O'Brien picks it up, and the throw is wide. Nobody's covering third. Buckley with the heads-up base running. As Hogan crashed the bunt, nobody covered the spot. And so not only is the sacrifice bunt turned into a single, but Ethan Buckley stands at third with nobody out. Great execution by the Pippins. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. A prime opportunity to extend this 1-run lead. Kyler Bittner got the RBI party started with the first hit and RBI of the night. Back in the 2nd inning. Pitch downstairs. Action in both bullpens. I'm sure CCL would love to just keep placing guys out there every inning. Gets kind of messy when you start putting guys in the middle of innings. They do have 15 pitchers on the roster. St. Cyr goes. The pickoff not successful. And now the Pippins will have 2 in scoring position. A little bit of a broken play. The throw was a little bit wide. It pulled Deno off the bag. Didn't get past him, but St. Cyr read it all the way and used his wheels to get to second base. So call it a failed pickoff and a stolen base for St. Cyr. The situation grows even more important for the Pippins. Bittner, 2 in scoring position, infield in. 1-0. Skied, tracking towards the stands, and it will get there. A little bit of a break there for Kyler Bittner. Is now Eddie Kribbe will call timeout and talk some strategy with the 9 spot in the lineup. Bittner climbs back in with 2 on and nobody out. You got to score at least 1. You'd hope to score both. Pitch misses. 2-1. Shadow continues to creep over the infield as Nielsen's had to labor a little bit here in this inning of work. Nobody out, 2-1. Bittner pounds one through the hole on the left side of the infield. 1 run is home. Holding up at third is St. Cyr. And Kyler Bittner continues to produce out of the 9 spot. His second hit and his second RBI of the day. It's now 4-2 Pippins. Buckley comes home to score. St. Cyr advances to third. And now this will prompt a visit out to the mound by CCL. Kyler Bittner, his second RBI single of the day, comes in a huge spot as the Pippins trying to get some more insurance as we approach the late innings. It'll be 2 on with nobody out for the top of the order. And it will be Nielsen who will face the top of the order. Checking the action down for CCL. It appears that their number 9, Braden Fagnant, was warming up. Infield will play double play depth here with Dylan Anderson at the plate. Bunt shown, pulled back. It's ball number 1. Hogan is still charging hard on that bunt, but the shortstop, man, is heading over to cover second. And that leaves a wide open gap at third in case somebody pokes one or runs that way as that pitch misses downstairs. 2-0. Pippins would love to execute the small ball, but they'll take a hit any way they can get it. With men in scoring position, pickoff nearly gets away from Deno over at first, but is able to snag it. Big situation here for Dylan Anderson out of Chino Hills. This one's grounded through the right side of the diamond. 1 run is home, and everybody will hold up there. Another RBI single by the Pippins, this time from the top of the order. And it's now 5-2. Jaden St. Cyr comes home to score. Bittner on to second. And there is still nobody out. Looks as though Keaton Stansberry has grabbed a ball down in the CCL bullpen. As Finley Spicer squares to bunt, pulls back, ball in the dirt. There's a look at Stansberry warming up. Some trouble here for CCL as they had held the Pippins to just 3 runs through 5 and change. Bunt shown by Spicer. He offers, and there's strike number 1. CCL looking for an out any way they can get it. One offering. Spicer gets the bunt down. Charging is Hogan. Bare hand. Throw to first is high. Everybody's safe. And the bases are loaded with nobody out for the heart of the Pippins order. Ruled an infield single for Finley Spicer. And everything going the way of the Pips. Now Brett Haggerty strolls to the plate with a chance to really put this one in the Pippins' favor. Coppin State commit pops it up on the infield. Infield fly rule is in effect. The catch is made anyway, and that's a tough way to record the first out. Popped that one a mile high above the pitcher's mound, and it was hauled in by the shortstop man. So now here's Jacob Brooks in his second plate appearance. Stepping off is Nielsen, trying to give his defense a chance to readjust. They're playing double play depth up the middle. In line with the bag at third is Hogan, and in line with the bag at first is Deno. Pippins will surely take this kind of offense every night. In this series against CCL, all time, the Pippins have scored an average of 12 runs in each game, holding CCL to only 3.8 over the 11 meetings. We're certainly on track for that. Pippins need to score a couple more times to get closer to that 12-run threshold. 2-0. Way outside. Good stop by O'Brien to prevent that from going to the backstop and allowing a run to come across. However, for Nielsen, there's no place to put Jacob Brooks. 3-0 the count. Gotta have a strike. Garrett DeGallier stressing over there, hoping his team can scratch across a couple more runs. Brooks takes that one for strike number one. Brooks, the Niagara bat from New Albany, Mississippi, will be a senior, one of the more experienced on this roster, and he draws a walk, which is also an RBI. With the bases full, another one comes across the plate. Kyler Bittner scores. Third run of the inning, and now looks like that will be the end of the line for Nielsen as a slow trot is made out to the mound. Brooks draws the walk. That's his first RBI. Everybody moves up another 90. And Nielsen will hand the ball off to Ben Kruger for a pitching change. The bases are full. There's only one out, and the Pippins threatening to bat around. We'll get you the information on the new pitcher next. This is Pippins Baseball. Still in the bottom of the sixth here at Yakima County Stadium. Pippens lead 6-2 as they have the bases full and only one out for the seventh arm out of the CCL bullpen. It is Keaton Stansberry, who was warming up earlier from Woodland, Washington, played for Montreat's JV baseball team. And there certainly are very few lonelier feelings than what Nielsen just experienced out on the mound, leaving the bases full, only able to get one out. He's faced 7 men. And now, with only one out, the Pippins, barring a double play, would send all 9 of their bats to the plate in this 6th inning. Gage Reeser will try and continue to send everyone around the base paths as he bats with the one out. Six to 2. CCL scored the first 2 runs of the game before a 2-run second inning for the Pippins. Squares to bunt, pops it up. O'Brien didn't quite realize it. It falls harmlessly in foul territory for strike 1. Pippins then scored in the 3rd, and then everybody was quiet until this bottom of the 6th inning, where the Pippins have pushed across 3 and are threatening at least 3 more. That pitch high and tight, 1-1. Here in the first game I've called here in the West Coast League, I've officially run out of pitcher spots in my Bob Carpenter scorebook. This inning's turning into a scorekeeper's nightmare. But a Pippins fan best dream, as they've scored 3, still have 3 on, and there's only 1 out. Reeser ahead in the count, 2-1. Pitch misses, 3-1. Again, no place to put anybody else on the base paths. The 3-1, way outside, ball 4. So another walk pushes one across the plate. This time it's Dylan Anderson who scores. Finley Spicer advances to 3rd, and Preston Allen on to 2nd. And now Trenton Rowan will be the 9th man to hit for the Pippins in this inning. Nathan Burke has grabbed a ball down in the CCL bullpen. I'm sure they'd love to save him for the 7th. Way outside. Just a tough situation to be in for these CCL pitchers, facing so many of their peers, but with the bases full, it's a hard task. This one's popped up on the infield. Infield fly rule is in effect again. Both outs in this inning have been infield fly rules from maybe 2 of the best power hitters early in this season for the Pippins. Rowan and Haggerty have both popped out on infield flies, but that will bring Buckley back up to the plate. Ethan Buckley for the 2nd time in this inning. So the Pippins have batted around. First pitch strike to Buckley. It's now 7-2. The man at 2nd, Brooks, drew a walk and was an RBI. He and Finley Spicer at 3rd are still the responsibility, as this one's lined out into left field and hauled in for the 3rd out. The 2 men that were at 2nd and 3rd were the responsibility of Nielsen. They do not come across. But the Pippins push across 4 runs in the 6th inning as they now lead 7-2. It's getting late here in Yakima. We head to the top of the 7th next. This is Pippins Baseball. New arm in for the Pippins as we begin the top of the 7th inning. It will be a later addition. Came in yesterday. Trevor Kaiser, 6'5", 225. Committed to Oregon State. Just finished his senior season at West Richmond's Hanford High School, I should say. First pitch he throws in a Pippins uniform is a ball, 1-0. Harmon Johnson, glad to be with you as we get started with this 2025 summer campaign, as this one's popped straight up on the infield. Kaiser gets out of the way, calling everybody off is Trenton Rowan, the first baseman. And there's out number 1. Something the Pippins did work on a lot in practice yesterday was communication. Head coach Garrett DeGallier really wants this team to be vocal. And it showed yesterday during practice. They were calling safe and out when guys were running the bases. They really wanted to make sure everybody knew who was taking each fly ball. This one is flown softly out towards left. Spicer ranging in. A little bit more difficult of a play than I think I alluded to. But there's 2 outs. Brady Altman down. That'll bring up Nick Biaggi. And scratch that, it will be a pinch hitter. It will be Braxton Bybee. So Biaggi's day is done. And now Bybee watches a first pitch strike. Braxton Bybee. The man out of Montana State Billings. For Cascade. Line shot out to second. Backing up is Bittner. Throws over to Rowan in time. Very quick inning for Kaiser as Bybee grounds out 4-3. It is stretch time here in Yakima Valley as we head to the bottom of the 7th. It's Pippins 7, CCL 2.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about Westside Pizza?
I love Westside Pizza.
I love Westside. I love Westside.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
What's your pizza?
Westside Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. Westside Pizza. Saving relationships since 1996.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Another new arm on the mound for CCL. It is Braden Fognant, the righty from Bonnie Lake, Washington, goes to Central Washington University just up the road in Ellensburg. The team went 25-26 overall with a 15-17 record in the GNAC. But Fognant trying to get through this 7th inning unscathed. It was a messy 6th inning for both Nielsen and Stansberry. Nielsen only went a third of an inning, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, and walked 2 batters. Stansberry also walked a man in his 2/3 inning of work. And so with Bybee coming in and hitting in the last inning. And with Stansberry and now Fognot in the game to go with Nielsen, the bullpen is now down to 6 arms to finish the last 3 innings, or 2 innings right now if this score holds, for CCL. Jaden St. Cyr will try and force another arm into the game as he leads off here in the 7th inning after the Pippins batted around. They sent 10 men to the plate in the 6th inning. That one downstairs, 1-0. Again, the CCL team will have around 30 exhibition games during the times that the teams don't play, as this one is roped out into left field. Arranging over to his right is Altman, and Brady Altman makes a stellar grab out there in left field. Out number 1. And that'll bring up the 9-hole, Kyler Bittner. He's 2 for 3 today, but he has 2 singles and 2 RBI. Certainly been doing pretty well for himself in the 9 spot in the order. First pitch, nowhere near. 1-0. That one is lined right back where it came from. Bittner has his 3rd hit of the game. He's thinking about 2. Turns hard at first. The center fielder Guler falls down fielding the ball. And so to go along with 2 singles, now Kyler Bittner has a hustle double. Certainly a candidate for the top performer of the night. Bittner now with 3 hits and 4 at-bats as Dylan Anderson is back to the top of the order for the Pippins bats. The way the CCL works, they play the 4 teams that are part of the league, play in a central location. This year that's Wheeler Field in Centralia, Washington during the months of June and July. There are players on all 4 teams, Prairie Dogs, Salamanders, Sea Turtles, and Chinooks, that come together to play for this showcase team that you're seeing right now. 1-0 fouled back, 1-1. There have actually been 6 players in recent memory, 7 overall, that have been called up to the Pippins. That's what the CCL refers to players that play in their league that come to the West Coast League as a call-up. Pitch bounces in. 2-1. Good block. Back there by O'Brien. Last year there was 1 player that came over from the CCL. It was Logan Edgy from Pacific Lutheran. Played some valuable innings for the Pippins. 2-2 swing. 2-1. There's the swing. That's 2-2. Dylan Anderson down to his final strike. Man at second with 1 down. 2-2, runner goes. This pitch is lined into left field. A hit and run was on whether we knew it was or not. And it's an RBI single from Dylan Anderson, back-to-back hits in his plate appearances. And the Pippins lead 8-2. Bittner was running the whole way on the pitch. Was going to steal 3rd pretty easily. But then with Dylan Anderson sending that out to left field, it allowed him to come home and score. Now here's Finley Spicer. He's 1 for 4 today. singled back in the 6th as part of that 4-run 6th inning. Grounded into a double play in the 4th. 1-0. This one is sent out to center field, but playable for Guler. Reaches up, glasses gleaming, fighting through the shadows, and makes the catch for out number 2. So now we'll get another pinch hitter in the 3 spot, Ty Quiggle. He wears number 44. So the Pippins down to 1 bench player left, and that's Lawrence. As Brooks awaits in the on-deck circle. The 1-0 pitch into Quiggle. That one's in there for a strike. Ty Quiggle from Whitworth, one of 2 players from Whitworth College on the Pippins right now. Batted .300 in 25 games with the Pirates. 1-1 outside. Had 24 hits, 17 RBI. Drew 12 walks, was hit once, and stole 4 bags. Part of a Whitworth Pirate team that went 29-18. Runner breaks. Throw will not be made, as it was a bobble on the exchange by O'Brien, and Dylan Anderson has a stolen base. The count 3-1 to the pinch hitter Ty Quiggle. Haggerty comes in and goes 0 for 2. That pitch in there, called strike 2, the count runs full. Three and 2, man at second, 2 down. We're in the 7th inning. Pippins lead 8-2. Pounded, foul. Braden Fognot trying to get through this 7th inning and give way to appears to be Marcellus, Tannen Marcellus, for the 8th. That's who's loosening up down in the pen for CCL. Payoff pitch misses, and so 2-out walk drawn by Quiggle. That will bring up Jacob Brooks with 2 on. The Pippins do have a couple players stretching in their bullpen. Some cool down for Branson Rozier. Looks like Steel Wickcheck is headed down there to either have a conversation or get loose. This pitch is shot towards the gap. Anybody going to get there? No. It's going to trickle all the way to the wall. Jacob Brooks is on his horse. He's not stopping at second. He's on his way all the way to third, standing up. A 2 RBI triple for Jacob Brooks of Niagara. And the Pippins are in front 10-2 now. And nobody throws home. The play was thought to be dead by CCL, and Brooks ends up with a Little League home run. Nobody called time. And so Brooks heads out towards home and scores. A Little Leaguer for Brooks. Now it's 11-2. Great base running by the man from Mississippi. First pitch upstairs to Gage Reeser. Anderson scores. Quiggle scores from first. And then Brooks himself scores. A wild sequence of events, and all of a sudden, Pippins almost up by double digits. Pitch high and away. 2-0. They do call it a triple for Jacob Brooks. And then scoring as that pitch misses for ball 4. We'll take a look at it. The throw from the outfield came in. Brooks into third pretty easily, and then Eddie Kribbe just says, go. And there he went. So now a man stands at first. Gage Reeser after the walk. Trenton Rowan stands in. Runner goes down. Throw is offline. It's a stolen base for Reeser. That's his fourth of the night, rather. Just to close the book on Brooks, it was a 2 RBI triple, and then he scored on his own accord. Reeser dancing at second, nobody holding him on. Pitch high, evens the count at 1 apiece. Crazy things happen with 2 outs. It's maybe one of the craziest I've seen. 1-1 catches the black. 1-2. So what looked to be a run-scoring double for sure ended up being a triple and then a little leaguer for Jacob Brooks. That's where we sit, 11-2. 1-2 pitch. Instead, a check of Reeser out at second. He is not afraid to be dancing around out there on the base paths. He's also not afraid to take a walk. He's drawn 4 of them tonight. This one is shot foul. The man at second, Gage Reeser, 4 walks, a hit by a pitch, and 4 stolen bases. Talk about some production without swinging the bat. He still has a 0 batting average. One and 2. That one's called strike number 3. Rowan knew it as soon as it came in, but the damage has been done. Another 4 spot put up by the Pippins as the little leaguer by Jacob Brooks caps it all off. We head to the 8th. Yakima Valley 11, CCL 2. This is Pippins Baseball. Another new arm on the mound for the Yakima Valley Pippins as Gus Musial will take to the bump. 6'1", 180. Pitched at Yakima Valley College this last season from Bozeman, Montana. He will try and fall in the footsteps of Kaiser, who went 1-2-3 in the 7th. The Pippins now up 11-2 here against CCL. First pitch misses for ball 1. Just past the 8 o'clock hour here in Yakima, Washington. Swing and a miss by Carter Graham, the second baseman. On the day, 1 for 3, a pair of strikeouts and a single. It's 7, 8, and 9 due up for CCL as that pitch is called a strike by home plate umpire Dylan Self. Graham trying to spark a little bit of a rally here as CCL finds themselves down by 9. 1-2 nowhere near, 2-2. Pippins have scored 11 runs on 11 hits. CCL 2 runs on 7 hits. This pitch lined out to right field. Will it stay fair? Yes, it does. It trickles into the corner off the fence. Turning around first, heading to second. Strong throw in. If it was on line, there might have been a play. But Carter Graham gets the first hit in a couple of innings for CCL and stands at second base with nobody out. Ball took kind of an awkward hop over towards the access fence for the turtle and the batting cages out there past the right field foul pole. But Anderson was over to range over and grab it pretty quickly, and a strong throw in, just a little bit off line. So there's the 8th hit of the night for CCL. This one pounded over to third, fielded in fair territory. The throw across by Hogan, scooped by Rowan. There is out number 1. Graham does advance to third, but Deno is out on the first pitch, 5-3. That's a sweet play over there by by Allen. That is now Brooks out there playing third base. I had not crossed that off in my book. That one in there for a ball. It's been a while since the Pippins have made a flashy play in the infield. They've had a couple of routine plays, and as O'Brien swings and misses at that one, the night has definitely been dominated by the bats so far. Putting up 11 runs on 11 hits, and the first time these guys have played together competitively. This one on the ground, weird hop. Reeser reacts, throws over to first. The run does score, but there's 2 outs. It's 11-3 on the RBI ground out by O'Brien. Great reaction out there at short by Reeser to be able to adjust and make the throw. Graham scores. And now a pinch hitter for CCL. It's Diego Morfin. Morfin listed as one of the pitchers for this team. Counts even at 1 apiece to him, the lefty. That one on the ground through the right side. Diego Morfin legs himself out a single into right field. Morfin going to be a sophomore at Grays Harbor. He is 6'1", 270. A dominant force on the mound, just got himself a hit. Pinch hitting in the leadoff spot for Casey Newton. First pitch gets through. Morfin thinks better of going to second. Musial in a little bit of trouble. Not a lot. He does have a nice 8-run cushion to work with. Sets. This one's right back up the middle, off the glove of Musial. Stepping on the bag at second himself is Bittner, and that retires this side. A run does come across for CCL on the RBI ground out by Tegan O'Brien, but it's 11-3 in favor of the Pippins as we go to the bottom of the 8th. This is Pippins baseball. The CCL bullpen has certainly been working today as they hand the ball off to Tannen Marsalis, 5'11", 220 right-hander out of Post Falls, Idaho. Went to school at Yakima Valley College, or he will go to school at Yakima Valley College, a committed freshman for the next season. As the Pippins, if this score holds, this is the last chance to put up any more runs. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. As Ethan Buckley steps back up to the plate for the 3rd time. First pitch called a strike from Marsalis. Buckley walked in the 6th and also flew out to end the 6th. 0-1 upstairs, 1-1. Some production from just about every part of the lineup for the Pippins tonight. That one down. It's 2-1. I mentioned a little while ago the Pippins score in this series an average of 12 runs per game. Swing and a miss. Something upstairs. Buckley has to regather his thoughts. And they've been holding CCL to about 3.5. So we're on pace for the averages right now. That one a little bit late, right back towards the press box, and it'll rattle around the general admission. Young fan will have a souvenir there as it trickles down the bench. Another one sent this way, but it's hauled in by the net. Still 2-2. There's that young fan that got the souvenir. West Valley. It's out near where I'm living. Swing and a miss by Buckley. The throw down is skipped in the dirt, and there's one away here in the 8th. And so now the bench is now empty for Yakima Valley as Lawrence will come in the spot of St. Cyr. James Lawrence can play the outfield. He's also planning on pitching this summer. A two-way player in the most accurate of ways. First pitch called a strike. St. Cyr will end the day 2 for 3. Had a walk in there as well as that one's fouled away. Scored a run, did St. Cyr. Also stole a bag. 0-2 quickly to Lawrence. Upstairs. 1-2. Darkness shadowing over most of the field. First base still in a little bit of sunlight. As swinging and missing was Lawrence. There's out number 2. So the last man to hit here will be Kyler Bittner. Working on a pretty good night tonight. 2 for 3. 2 singles, a double, and 2 RBI. Between him and Gage Reeser, it's kind of hard to determine who will be the top performer tonight in the postgame show. Of course, Bittner has 3 hits, but Reeser's been on 5 times. Maybe both of them will be highest efficiency players of the night. That one down and away. If Bittner could pick up another hit here, it'd just solidify his case, going 4 for 5. It's also scored 2 runs, did Bittner. That one's in there for a strike. Reeser has only scored once. Been stranded at third once, second twice, and first once. Wave and a miss. Half-hearted swing for Kyler Bittner. And so, Marsalis strikes out the side. I hear Sweet Caroline in the background. Must be on the way to the 9th inning. 3 more outs to get for the Pippins in the night. We'll be right back. This is Pippins Baseball. It's the top of the 9th inning. Last licks for CCL Showcase as they will continue to face Gus Musial, who will try and finish this game out for the Pippins, leading 11-3. There's something that I've noticed tonight. It's that the Pippins have had quite a few long at-bats. They've drawn quite a few walks. And the base running has been very aggressive. Certainly things to look forward to as we approach the start of the regular season tomorrow, opening day in Wenatchee. This one's popped up on the infield. Foul territory. Buckley grabs it for the out. 1 down. So foul out to the catcher is how Carson Mann ends his night. Went 1 for 4. And now Oliver Hogan steps to the plate. He has a single to his name tonight. First pitch tomorrow night in Wenatchee is scheduled for 6:35. We'll have Pippins pregame at approximately 6:25. Somewhere in that area. We'll be live on the audio side as we'll make the trip up to Wenatchee for a quick 3-game series. An off day on Monday, and then we're home for the home opener on Tuesday the 3rd against Walla Walla in the first Battle of the Basin game. It's also post-game fireworks. Pitch upstairs, 2-1, usual, into Hogan. Come on out on Tuesday night. The fireworks, and there'll be a fan giveaway. Pippins blanket. This one is shot out into center field. Initially coming in was Lawrence. Now he goes back and he makes the grab. Boy, he was confused for a second out there, but the speed tracks it down. And there's one more out to get for the Pippins. So pinch hitting will be Costello for Brady Altman. Altman ends his night 0 for 3. Costello pokes one through the right side for a pinch hit single, and the game will continue. The only other hit Musial had given up were the double to Graham and then the single to Morphin in the 8th. Now that'll bring back up Braxton Bybee. Been playing right field. Batting from the right side against Musial. Called strike number 1. CCL's next exhibition game. This one shot down the right field line. It is foul. Not by a lot, but it is foul. Their next exhibition game will actually be a 3-game series from June 3rd to June 5th up against the Medford Rogues. And by about then, they'll be starting their regular season, too, playing in that centralized location. Musial comes set, runner at first, 2 outs. 0-2 pitch. Just outside. We will play 1 pitch further. Home plate umpire Dylan Self said not yet. Now the 0-2, the 1-2 downstairs. 2-2. Gus Musial trying to finish it off. This one's ripped into the hole in the left side. Station to station will go Costello, and Bybee has himself a single. There's 2 on with 2 out for CCL. Carter Graham trying to put one more run across the board before they leave Yakima County Stadium. This one's fouled back. 0-1. Musial trying to end it. This one shot down the right field line, foul. And again, CCL down to their final strike. Pippins trying to earn a non-league win before the regular season starts tomorrow night in Wenatchee. 2 on, 2 out. The 0-2 pitch to number 20. Outside. Throw down from Buckley. Do they have it? No. The ball trickles on the infield. Picked up by Bittner. Good deke by Reeser to keep the runner there at second, Costello. On deck is Deno, should Carter Graham reach. 1-2. This one out to right. Breaking back now, coming in is Anderson, and that is the ball game. The Yakima Valley Pippins pick up a non-league victory here in the preseason by a final score of 11-3. Your final lines: Cascade had 3 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. And the Pippins scored 11 runs on 11 hits with 1 error. The win tonight will go to Jackson Burtis, who came in relief of Michael Getzinger. The official game time lasted just about 3 hours. It's 8:27 p.m. We started at 5:29, just under 3. We'll call it 3. Just for simplicity. But the Pippins have a very good day at the plate to earn a preseason non-league win against the Cascade Collegiate Showcase team. They improve all-time to 12-0 against Cascade. And for a couple of key performance players, I have to give a big shout-out to Kyler Bittner, who went 3 for 5 tonight with 2 singles and a double, and Gage Reeser, who, although he did not have an official at-bat tonight, was on base 5 times with 5 walks and 4 stolen bases, 1 run driven in on a bases-loaded walk. 11-3 is the final score here on a Thursday evening. Another reminder that the regular season and the hunt for the WCL playoffs begins tomorrow in Wenatchee. First pitch for that game against the Apple Sox is scheduled for 6:35 p.m. We'll be on the air with Pippens pregame approximately 10 minutes before. And we'll be ready to bring you all the action from the Pippens' 57 games this season as they try and make a push for the playoffs. This team wants to win, and if there's anything Garrett DeGallier could have seen from today's game is that they've got some keys and they've got some aggressiveness to get the job done. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in to this live stream of the Pippins non-league preseason game against Cascade Collegiate League. It was a blast to finally get out here and see some game action on the field. And we look forward to talking to you tomorrow night in Wenatchee, audio only, for the first regular season game of the 2025 campaign. For everybody associated with the Pippins and the Pippins live stream, I'm Harmon Johnson saying have a good night, stay safe, and we'll talk to you tomorrow from Wenatchee. Pippins win 11-3. This has been Pippins Baseball.